Hi guys, today I made these amazing crab creme brulees based on the Tannery Restaurant and Cookery School's signature crab creme brulees. I was lucky enough to go for a cooking demo there before Christmas where we learned how to make a smoked salmon creme brulee. It was so good, but I decided to take it back to the original signature recipe. Start off by adding 400 milliliters of cream to a large mixing jug. Then add 1 whole large egg, followed by 3 egg yolks. Now take a whole nutmeg and a microplane grater and finely grate a small bit of it into the cream, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon. Grating it yourself gives an awful lot more flavour, but use the shop bought ground stuff if you prefer. Take a clove of garlic next and finely grate at least half of it into the cream as well. Next you'll need some pickled ginger, and I'm just using this packet of sushi ginger. And I'm scooping out what looks like about 1 teaspoon, but chop it up as finely as you can, before adding what looks like about 1 teaspoon of it to the cream. Now, one deviation from the original recipe that I'm making is the addition of some fresh dill. I love dill so much and I think it goes so well with all seafood, but crab especially. But if you don't like it, or any kind of aniseedy type flavours, just leave it out. It's no big deal. So take your cream mixture to wherever you have your hand blender plugged in. Now blitz up for just a few seconds. You only want to pulverise everything in the jug, but you don't want to aerate that cream or the eggs. You don't want this to become thick at all. Now set the jug back down the chopping board while you add 150 grams of supermarket bought crab meat. This is already cooked. It takes all the hassle out of using crab in recipes. Now mix it all up really well with a wooden spoon, and make sure you break up that crab meat. You don't want it all sticking together. Now season with a good pinch of sea salt flakes and a pinch of pepper. I'm using white pepper because I think it looks a bit better not to have black flecks throughout the creme brulees. But if all you have is black pepper, use it. Don't dream of buying white pepper, especially just for the aesthetic here. Now just set it aside to let the flavours develop for minimum 30 minutes, but ideally overnight. I'm setting it aside for 30 minutes in the fridge, so I'm covering it with cling first. The next day, take it out of the fridge and let it come up to room temperature before you take off the cling film. Stir it up to redistribute all the crab meat and give it a little taste, and adjust the seasoning if needs be. Stir in the seasoning before you port it to ramekins. I'm cooking these in a bain-marie, which is basically just a hot water bath to ensure even cooking throughout and will prevent sticking or crusting on the walls of the ramekins. I filled just over 4 of these ramekins because my ramekins are actually really big, a lot bigger than standard, so you could get 5 or 6. Now transfer them to a preheated oven at 140 degrees Celsius and pour some hot water from a recently boiled kettle into the container that the ramekins are sitting in. Just do take care not to get any water into the creme brulees. Let them cook for 40 to 50 minutes until they're just set, but they still have a little bit of a wobble in the centre. Then allow them to cool completely, or chill them, but don't serve them warm. I served these with a little teaspoon, some buttered homemade Irish brown bread, a lemon wedge, and garnished with a sprig of fresh dill. And because every creme brulee needs a hard top, I added a little supermarket bought crab claw. Then just remove the claw and eat it like a lollipop, and dig into the creme brulee, dipping your bread in as well. Yum, so good. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe buttons. You can check me out on social media if you like. All the links to my accounts are in the description below, as well as the link to my blog where you'll find this full recipe at www.rookiecook.org.